The most feared warriors in Greece were lovers. 300 elite soldiers, each man bound to another. They were called the Sacred Band of Thebes. For decades they never broke. They crushed Sparta, humbled Athens. The belief was simple. No man would run if his lover stood beside him. But now, they were about to be tested. From the north, the Macedonian war machine marched south, and it had never been stopped. In 338 BC, Greece's freedom stood behind the sacred band. At the Battle of Chaeronea, King Philip of Macedon commanded the center, but on the left wing rode his 18-year-old son, young Alexander the Great, unproven, watching the most legendary unit in Greece stand across the field. This was his first real test.
The assassination that created one of the largest empires in history. King Philip of Macedon had just replaced Alexander the Great's mother with a much younger, more beautiful wife, and she bore him a son. This son threatened Alexander's succession. So to ease tensions, King Philip organized a wedding spectacle meant to unify his empire. It ended in blood. Philip stood before Greece, the crowd roaring his name as he rose to address them. A bodyguard rushed forward, steel flashed. The king fell. Blood spread across white cloth, and the theater dissolved into chaos. The assassin was killed almost instantly, and Alexander's most loyal warriors closed ranks around the young prince, in case he was next. There were no answers. Was it Persia, desperate to stop the imminent invasion? Was it the Greeks seeking revenge? Or was it Olympias, a scorned ex-wife hell-bent on securing her son's throne? We do not know. What we do know is this: young Alexander did not hesitate. He gathered his elite bodyguards and seized the capital. Any rival who posed a threat was eliminated. No one was spared. Not even his father's young bride and her infant son, his half-brother. In Greece and in Persia, Macedonia's enemies smiled. The empire looked fragile. A 20-year-old on the throne, no experience, at the helm of what had once been an unstoppable machine. Surely, they thought, this was their chance. What they did not realize was that the crown had just fallen onto the head of one of the greatest military minds the world would ever know.